All right, tonight we're diving deep into Mahashivratri, the great night of Shiva. We're going to uncover how this incredible ancient festival, rooted in some truly cosmic myths and deep philosophy, still offers a real path to inner peace in our super-modern world. So, let's get into it.
So, here's our game plan. We'll start with the basics. What does the name even mean, and why is it celebrated on this specific night? Then, we'll get to know the star of the show, Lord Shiva himself. After that, we'll dive into the epic legends that make this night so important, see how those stories inspire today's rituals, and even check out how these ancient practices fit into modern life. It's all leading to one thing: finding that inner peace.
Okay, let's start at square one. The name of the festival and its timing, that's where we find the first real clues to what this is all about.
It's a great question, right? You hear this name, the Great Night of Shiva, and you have to wonder, is it just another holiday on the calendar, or is there something much, much bigger going on here?
Well, the name itself kind of tells the whole story. Maha means great, Shiva means the auspicious one, and Ratri, well, that means night. So it is quite literally the Great Night of Shiva. And this isn't some random date either. It's a very specific cosmic moment, happening on the 14th night of the waning moon, right in the Hindu month of Phalguna.
To really get why this night is such a big deal, we have to understand the deity at the very center of it all. And Lord Shiva is, without a doubt, one of the most complex and fascinating figures you'll ever encounter.
You know, Shiva is often called the Destroyer. But that sounds a little intense, doesn't it? It's not about just tearing things down. Think of him more as the Great Transformer. His destruction is what makes way for new creation, for regeneration. He's the ultimate yogi, totally lost in meditation, but at the same time, he's the god of passionate love. He's this perfect blend of powerful opposites.
And get this, every single part of Shiva's image is packed with meaning. That trident he holds, that symbolizes his mastery over the three fundamental qualities of nature. The crescent moon on his head, that's all about having perfect control over the mind. The river Ganga, flowing from his hair, represents immortality. Even the tiger skin he wears shows that he's conquered desire, and the snakes around his neck, they stand for timeless wisdom. It's all a code.
But once you look past all the symbols and stories, the philosophy points to something even deeper. As Sri Swami Sivananda puts it, Shiva is the ultimate reality, this pure, unchanging consciousness that exists everywhere beyond any form or label we could ever give it.
So now that we have a better idea of who Shiva is, let's get into the why. Why this specific night? What makes it so sacred? Well, the answers are hiding in some truly powerful ancient legends.
And you know, there isn't just one story. For a lot of people, this night celebrates the divine wedding of Shiva and Parvati, which makes it a really auspicious time for relationships. For others, it's the night Shiva performed his cosmic dance, the Tandava. It's also said to be when he first appeared as the lingam. But maybe the most dramatic story of all is one of total cosmic crisis and an incredible act of salvation.
Okay, picture this. The story kicks off with a super rare team-up. The gods and the demons, who are usually at war, decide to work together on this massive project. They're going to churn the entire cosmic ocean to get the nectar of immortality.
But before they can get to the good stuff, something goes horribly, horribly wrong. Their churning unleashes this terrifying poison called halahala. It's so deadly that just its fumes start to choke out all of creation. The entire universe is literally on the verge of being destroyed.
So, naturally, everyone panics. The gods and demons run to Lord Shiva for help. And in this ultimate act of compassion, Shiva does the unthinkable. He gathers up all of that world-ending poison, drinks it down, and just holds it in his throat, saving everything and everyone from being wiped out.
And that incredible act is what turned his throat blue, giving him one of his most famous names, Nilkanth, which literally means the blue-throated one. Mahashivratri is celebrated to honor this immense sacrifice, reminding us that he's the ultimate protector.
So, how do these ancient stories actually translate into worship today? It's a great question. Let's take a look at the key rituals and practices that really define how people celebrate Mahashivratri.
Okay, so at the very heart of the worship is a ritual called the Abhishekam. It's this beautiful ceremony where the Shiva lingam is bathed with a series of offerings. You start with water for purity, then milk for nourishment.
honey for sweetness, and ghee for strength. The whole thing usually ends with offering sacred bilva leaves, which are said to be especially loved by Lord Shiva.
Now, beyond the Abhishekam, there are 3 other really core practices. Many devotees will fast for the entire day to help purify their body and really focus their mind. Then there's the night-long vigil, the Jagran. And staying awake all night isn't just about fighting sleep. It's a powerful symbol of consciously trying to overcome your own inner darkness and ignorance. All through the night, you'll hear the air filled with chanting, especially the mantra Om Namah Shivaya.
All right, let's bring this ancient festival right into our modern lives. How can these principles actually be applied day to day, and what kind of practical advice is out there for people who are looking for a little more harmony and blessings in their life?
For anyone who wants to bring that sacred energy of a shivling into their home, the ancient science of Vastu has some really specific guidelines. It suggests placing it in the north or northeast corner of your house. It should be pretty small, no bigger than your fist, and made from materials like black stone or crystal. And this is important. It should always be on a raised platform and kept out of private spaces like bedrooms or kitchens to maintain its sacredness.
And since this day celebrates the divine marriage of Shiva and Parvati, it's considered super powerful for relationships. Simple offerings are believed to bring harmony, like honey on bilva leaves to bring sweetness, or a garland of red roses for love. And for those looking for a partner, it's often suggested to chant a specific verse from the Ramcharitmanas, where Sita prays for her ideal husband, Lord Ram.
Okay, so we've covered the meaning, the deity, the epic legends, and all the practices. So, what's the ultimate message here? What should we really take away from this great night of Shiva?
When you boil it all down, Mahashivratri represents this one profound goal, a victory over our own inner darkness and ignorance. The fasting, staying up all night, the chanting, they're all just tools to help us have our own personal awakening. And really, the lessons are just timeless. Shiva's sacrifice teaches us about compassion and finding our inner strength. Parvati's devotion teaches us about patience. The whole festival is basically a yearly reminder to slow down, to look inward, and to cultivate that peace of mind that can only come from connecting with something deeper.
And that leaves us with one final question to think about. In our fast-paced, sometimes chaotic world, how can the stories, the symbols, and the practices of an ancient night like this one help guide us toward finding our own center, our own stillness, and our own inner peace? Thanks for exploring this with me.